This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
Your backyard barbecue has some new RSVPs. Just tap Target. With the grill raring to go, your personal shopper is tackling your same-day delivery order at Target.
Babe, so Bob and Lynn are bringing the kids after all.
Pro tip, you can change your same-day order with a quick text to your shopper.
I'll have her add popsicles. Ooh, and some sidewalk chalk.
Your shopper texts a thumbs up. You text 5 exclamation points and life is good. Text with a personal shopper and get it all delivered ASAP. Just tap Target.
Welcome to Horror Bytes on Safe Room, the show where we discuss the smaller scares and teenier terrors available for you to play on your PC. Each week we pick one or two bite-sized horror games and have a suitably short and sweet chat about them. I'm Neil Bolt, and asking what's on telly with me this week is my co-host as ever, Jay Krieger. How you doing, Jay?
Doing very well, man. Ready to navigate the really interesting format of this one.
Yes, very much so. And if you do like the sound of what we've played, the show notes will include a link to the game we've discussed. And as ever, if you enjoy the game, please consider supporting the developers by donating, wishlisting their future projects, or just simply sharing the word, because it all helps to build the next generation of horror game developers. This week we are channel hopping in Mindape's Plot Feed, a 9-channel 24-hour telesuggestion service that includes Cooking with Grey Matter, Conceptions of Healthy Eating, and Lair of the Week, which is absolutely as normal as that sounds. So the idea of this game is to basically channel hop these regular channels and pay-per-view channels with show titles such as Triple X Isotope Manufacturing and Finger Breaking Championships. And on the surface makes about the kind of thing you'd expect. This is a very, stripped back experience. It's a telesuggestion service rather than a televisual service. So that's the key thing to sort of note here, that you're not watching like we've had with stuff like Nightmare Zapping, where you're actually seeing the programming. You kind of get a little wall of text telling you something about what's on screen at that moment. Now, what's interesting is it does kind of work on a live basis to a degree. So different things will be on at different times. You can check the guide out, which tells you what's coming on now, what's on next. And like I said, some of those titles are really well done. And yeah, the little snippets you get here and there are quite cool. But there's little bits in between it. You can hit this, what looks like a little heartbeat monitor. And yeah, some interesting things happen with that. Yeah, like I said, bare bones. It's very much a vibes thing. It's not so much about telling a story. It's just kind of getting the experience of one of those favorite things we keep mentioning, which is the 2 a.m. television sort of zapping, and checking through all the different channels. And to be honest, it's quite funny. Some of the things that come up. There's a channel that's very rat dedicated, for instance, which is probably the funniest of the lot, and has some of the most interesting and grisly sort of moments come up with that one. But yeah, I mean, there's not lots to say about it as a result, because, like I say, it's very much just it's one of those pages you get back in the day, those sort of interactive web browser pages where you just do bits and bobs on it, which is, in itself was a nice sort of throwback as well. But yeah, it's not much of a game in that regard, but it's more of an experience. And as that, I found it entertaining enough. How about you?
Yeah, I think that this harkens back to something that we have both chatted about a great deal on the show, which is like that notion of when you're up late at night and you kind of just throw something on, and the kind of like crazy things that you'll find movie-wise. Like, it's not to the same degree of nostalgia for me, but it is something that made me think a lot about when I was a kid. And it's like, I would throw on Sci-Fi Channel at like 1 a.m, and this was like pre-internet or just about dial-up internet days. So there was not the same breadth of knowledge about movies that obviously you have now. And so like I would catch previews of like movie marathons that were coming up and stuff, and like getting these little tidbits of things that looked really intriguing, but not having any context for them. So this kind of rivals that somewhat in a way, where when you're clicking through these different channels, you're getting these little snapshots of bizarre horror tinged little stories or something, or alluding to just like general bits of weirdness. And so like this kind of like reminded me of that experience in a way, because of some of, as we've said, the like very strange things that get brought up when you're kind of just like clicking through the various channels and whatnot. And you know, it's definitely, as we've said, more of an experience than a game. But I think that there's value there, you know, when it's able to present itself in a way that utilizes like this old school kind of like CTV sort of look to it and everything. And it's got the sound effects to go with it. And again, just overall the sort of just strange vibes that come from, you know, a handful of words when you click on a certain channel. It is effective at that. I mean, I'm just clicked on one while we've been chatting, and it just says Senator brandishes radioactive waste in bare hand. And that's all. That's all it says.
Yeah.
Like, just like you get these little weird, almost like vignettes, but you have even less context than you normally would in a vignette. So it really is just this thing that kind of evokes a lot of like brief, bizarre, just kind of like macabre storytelling a little bit, which I can appreciate. Yeah, worthless rats live off dead worm filth. I just got that one as we've been chatting.
Yeah.
It's just like, just these little random tidbits. But yeah, it's fun. And the notion that you can like return to this later and things have changed or been updated. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's. I just got Senator Brandish's radioactive waste in bare hand as my news thing. So I assume that's the news on that one. Yeah, it is cool. You just get these little sound bites, isn't it? Well, word bites, I suppose, in this case, that really sort of give you a flavour of the weirdness it's going for. So yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about it. Is different enough from the kind of things we've covered like this before, which you know, which are certainly more game orientated. But I do like the idea of something like this, where you are just like recreating an experience in a very particular way. And yeah, I think it does a great job at that. But that is all we have for this week. So thank you again, Jay, for talking about these short horror games with me. And if you, the listener, do have a short horror game, a demo, a game jam entry, or proof of concept that you think we should be highlighting, please email us at saferoompod@gmail.com. And Jay, you know what I'm going to ask.
You can also find us over on Blue Sky at Safe Room Pod.
Many thanks. We will be back with more small scale horror next week.